Then I think it is high time the Numan makes a statement on the idea of equality. Women have come a long way fighting against everything to have rights and be recognized. And the list of heroic women, I can say, is very long. And most women and even men have to be grateful for this, for these heroic women who stood up, who took the risk to go out there to shout at the top of their voices and become activists in order to secure rights for women. Uh, and everywhere we find people dying, fighting for equality in the political, religious, social, and economic spheres. So I begin to ask Duane, what is wrong? Is it that the message of equality to the world isn't well calibrated for by whoever is presenting this message? Or do the people need a real, do the people read a real education about equality which has been neglected? It feels to me like the ideas on equality out there are just some kind of, would I say, mind tricks, instead of a solid position that one should adopt. So, what can you tell the world about true equality? What it really is, Duane?
Well, you just described, Charles, all those things that it's involved with. There's many things. While you were talking, I was looking at, you know, you might say the beginning of life on planet when there was the caveman and the man was stronger. So, of course, the woman gave way, and it's been like that most of the time. The woman is the childbearer, so well, women are what they are, the body types, and then you have the men, and they're supposedly stronger, but not in all cases. So this idea has been given way in certain individuals, and it's usually the men that take control. There are certain individuals that have taken control, and so what we have is we have life today. This is what it is. It's basically dominant. Yes, and the women have come up, and it's in certain ways, it's I see it like a competition, and this is where the battles come in and all this and that, and women battling each other and men battling each other. We've been taught competition. We've been taught it, like entertainment has fooled the public. The sports aspect has done that too, creating this competition, because this is what the world controllers want. They want everybody at each other. And so you started off with equality. Well, a real equality, but that has to be recognized. And, here, again, we're the product of our environment. And here it's kind of a savage survival position in many ways. We try to be friendly with each other, but realistically, because we have the physical body and the other four bodies we have to deal with, and our mind and our emotions, and then we can react anytime and we can think anything we want. So again, it's about survival, isn't it? So if people are starving and there's a bunch of them standing around and somebody throws a piece of meat on the ground, everybody's going to go for it and fight for it. It's survival, I would say, except the person that has the awareness to recognize what's taking place. But see, not everybody does, so most people, they're going to fight for it. And so you see that with, you can see it in any aspect, just like the elections or whatever, where people demonstrate, and all the demonstration that's going on right now. And it's a misunderstanding, like what's going on in France and whatever, all the yellow jackets, whatever. It's a misunderstanding. They're thinking in their mind that they can correct an originally created mistake, which is government and laws and all these things where you have rights and whatever. It's all nonsense. And so they're going about it in a particular way, but they're not recognizing, okay, see, I recognize what's going on, so I'm not going to take part in a riot. I may go pass out water to people, but not really. That's just kidding. But equality, yes. Yes, you need a real education to really see what a real equality is, and that is it's not about body types. There's body types throughout all of creation, and we've all come through all kinds of body types. And just like the animals, the birds, the fish, whatever, the bugs, whatever, these are body types, all about awareness. And so again, it's the control factor. So that's what we're promoting. We're promoting a real equality. In other words, we're all free beings of real light. That's what we are. We're already that. Simply learn to recognize it. It's not going to just fall on you. So, but in the personal human position where, people just relate to their mind and emotions mainly, that's a struggle. That will be a constant struggle. It always has been. And this is also promoted. You have this marketed and promoted that, oh, women are doing this and men are doing this and whatever. You have statistics, what have you. So these things promote the competition. And this is what the world controllers want. They want there to be competition where everybody's at each other. Just like in a corporation, businesses are really a mistake, but here they are. We're in a business world, and within that, especially the big corporations, you have a lot of competition, people wanting certain positions or whatever, and they purposely create this. It's like being president of the United States. There's only one person that's going to get it, but a lot of people want to run, and only certain ones do, because we know the system now. So again, real equality, it takes a lot to recognize that, and the world, for the most part, no. They're struggling with the idea of equality, and using the idea of man and woman, and all these things. It's not about that. It's about being to being, but until people see that, again, what's the church's idea? Oh, gee, you have a soul, okay, so what is that? And be a good person, all right? So, again, with the mind and emotions in this environment to survive, ideas just don't do it. They really don't. Some people can hold to those ideas, but that's a toughie. And if you do, that's fine, but it doesn't mean anything either. It's just like the members in the corporation. They can hold to the idea of being a member, but the end result is what? And so I would suggest listen to the Marjorie Klemp tapes. So, it's kind of a funny thing, but yes, equality in this world, well, is there really such a thing? It's really survival of the fittest is what it is here. And these ideas are promoted as sound good things, but really behind them is the idea of competition, the idea to, do better than the next person. In other words, women have rights, they're to be equal or whatever. Well, that's a created agitation leading where? To just more struggle. And so what we're promoting is you don't have to struggle anymore. You don't have to compete. It doesn't matter what body type you are, even if you're an alien or whatever, it's all fine. Just simply take the time to recognize your real awareness. So yeah, this is a very complicated issue, and once you get into it, boy, it becomes really sticky and gooey, and there's no end to it, because everybody has an attitude about it, and they want to voice their attitude, and they want to stay routine in a very restricted position, and then everybody becomes restricted. So, these are cute little ideas as references, but again, where does it fit, etc. So, yeah, so you have fun with that one, Charles.
Thank you, Duane. I think you've really cleared the atmosphere on this issue. Equality really should not be about body types, but recognition of one's real awareness. But would everyone take the risk to do that? That's the question. And so we can guess that inequality and the struggle for equality will continue for time immemorial unless everyone suddenly strives to recognize their real awareness. Then they will come into their the realization of this equality, that everyone is a free being of real light, as you've said. Thank you.